just like, you fucking, hold on, I'm not done. The dude was like, all right, relax, just hold on, there's a delay.
I was like, okay.
That was weird when we were hearing ourselves.
I know, I was like, I hear myself. That was weird, Boogie. They would like hate me. I'm like, what did I do? That was the nice one.
I did feel like the tone, no offense to you, but the tone of, if you had to make an overall tone of the group, was a little more in my favor.
I know. Like, what did I do?
It's, you know what it is? It's just your gameplay, your style, if you will, is, it's quieter, so it sneaks up on people. And then when it happens to people, they're fucking bitter, like, oh, she fucking floated or coasted or whatever. And that's why someone happens to people, and like Will, you know, it's like he feels like he worked his ass off, and then you came in and made one big move.
Right.
So it's harder for them to appreciate rather than.
I'm like, yeah, work your ass off, but guess what? I'm going to come in and fucking.
It's, you know what it is? It's a trade-off. Mine
but you know what? It wasn't, I don't even feel like I coasted or floated because I fucking won competitions.
Of course you don't. But that's, I'm just saying that's what the snapshot of the situation is.
But is it? I mean, if you think about it, I felt like I had to, I mean, I felt like I always had to like win competitions because I always felt like.
No, but it's the perception.
But is it?
Yeah, you and I are the inverse. Okay, your thing is, okay, remember the three things I said? Okay, you're the master of the relationships. So people don't think of you as the competition person. Just like they probably couldn't imagine that I could tell you that George's youngest daughter takes tennis lessons 2 blocks away, and that Danielle's daughter saved up $65 saving her money from Doritos and Gatorade money that Danielle was giving her. Like, I'm the aggressive, what you think more like the competitions and the whatever, and they don't think I have the relationship things. Like, Will is terrible at the relationship thing because he can't be bothered getting to know anyone.
Right.
I'm the one that was working Chicken George and working Danielle, and you know what I mean? It's, so our games, they can't appreciate the two things.
But I think that our games are actually very similar.
Well, they are as a whole, but the perception of the games is very different. The trade-off is I'll get votes from the people who appreciate the rah-rah, competitive, da-da-da, like a Janelle.
Right.
You will secure the ones for the people who appreciated you giving them the time and getting to know, you know, like the Marcelluses, who needed that coddling and, you know, that probably George, because I did it a little, but you did it, you know, so much more. You just have a way about you that puts people at ease. Whereas people with me, I think they're a little more surprised when they actually connect with me because they're thinking like he's the fucking loudmouth crazy guy. So we're both actually very different than, we have more complete games than people want to give us credit for.
Right.
But yours is a little harder on the surface to appreciate. But in the end, the last thing that someone feels when they go to place that vote is how they feel about you personally. And that's why you'll probably win. You know, how do I mean, I'm going to change this person's life. It's kind of how they think of it. You know what I mean? Like, that this is a big thing. I'm doing something for someone. Do you want to do it for the kind of a little more like loudmouth, aggressive, whatever, or do you want to do it for the nice girl who I hung out with and played cards and really connected with? And I think that's ultimately why you'll end up winning. It's tough to say, but that's just my little theory.
Interesting.
See, that's why I'd expect more out of someone like Howie, because he's the rah-rah, draw the line in the sand and fucking hit him hard and Super Bowl and all that. And it's like, that's what I did to him. And he can be as mad about it as he wants, but he has to respect he got fucking steamrolled. I fucking took on a 30-second notice and single-handedly, I mean, you were in the room. I fucking flipped that like that. Will was going to go up, and Howie was in the room too. And he can like it or leave it, but that was a fucking major, major point in the game, and I saved
It
Will.
was actually me that got chicken doors to put up Howie.
How so?
Because you left the room and he was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm like, listen, you have to do it. He's like, okay, what if I put up Howie? And I'm like, yes, put up Howie.
Well, who else was there? Who else?
Janelle. He was going to put up Janelle.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that would have been good at the time, too. My point is that a lot of people in those situations wouldn't
Howie
say
will
anything.
not appreciate the fact that you aligned secretly with Janelle. He'll be more pissed at you about that.
Yeah.
Maybe you
probably.
shouldn't have mentioned that. He'll be pissed at her
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's out and about in the...
about that.
Yeah.
Maybe you
probably.
shouldn't have mentioned that. He'll be pissed at her.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's out and about in the house by now, don't you think? When Will's whispering in her ear and how he's like, what happened? You don't think Janelle? She spilled to you, she hated you, and spilled everything to you in 12 hours. I can't see in her fucking feet. And she spilled everything.